This week's Torah portion is VaYigash, and it opens with the most dramatic speech in the entire Bible. Judah is standing before Joseph, and he's pleading before him to not imprison Benjamin. And what does he say to Joseph? He says, Judah, I have guaranteed to my father that I will bring Benjamin back safely. He says, I've guaranteed it with my own life. And indeed, what he then says to Joseph, he says as follows, now your servant, speaking about himself, has pledged himself for the boy to my father, saying, if I do not bring him back to you, I shall stand guilty before my father forever. And then he offers himself to Joseph. He says, take me instead. Let my brother Benjamin go back with the rest of them. Take me instead. Now, there are many commentaries that look at this entire scene. It's an amazing dramatic point and say this was Joseph's point to begin with. The whole story of Joseph and his brothers begin when the brothers turn their back on him, when they want to kill him, and then they end up throwing him in a pit, and he is sold to Egypt as a slave, and they totally wash their hands of him. And they don't want to have anything to do with him anymore. They don't care. They tell their father that he's been killed. Joseph knows who his brothers are, but he wants them to reach a point where they will reverse the attitude that they had towards him, where he will force them to take responsibility for another brother, his own brother, a brother who is the son of Rachel as well. And indeed, Judah proves to Joseph that they have changed. He himself is willing to take full responsibility for Benjamin and to trade his life and his freedom for Benjamin's to let him free. And it is that moment in time that Joseph is able to reveal himself to his brothers. It's not just he feels so emotionally moved and he cannot hold it back anymore. It's far more than that. It is at this point that Joseph is able to say, I am your brother. You have demonstrated to me today that you are able to stand and take responsibility for your brother. And therefore, I can once again become your brother. And of course, the first thing he asks, is my father alive? And of course, that is because all these years, all he thought about was, will I ever be reunited with his father? Which of course he is. And this way, the children of Israel come together again. This has been a few minutes of Bible from the heart of Biblical Israel.